I am Armit Kaur, teaching in Sacred Heart Convent School, Raipur. Today we are going to discuss 7th class chemistry topic, physical and chemical change. So let's start our topic. So first, before starting our topic, first I am going to tell you about what is a change. Okay, so change is an integral part of nature because the change is an integral part of nature. Integral means important. It means important part of nature, and these changes are occur every moment. Like we are going to discuss first example. First is the digestion of food. Digestion of food. Second is the growth of plants and animals. And third example we are going to write here, that is the melting of ice and freezing of water. These all are the common example of changes. Freezing of water. These all are the common example of changes that occur every moment around us. Okay. So first, according to the chemistry, we are going to discuss changes. They are of two types, physical and chemical. So first, we are going to discuss about the physical changes. So let's physical changes. Physical changes means that in which no new product or substance is produced. Or substance is produced. And second, that can be reversed. All the physical changes, okay, are reversible. Okay, so what is the physical changes? A change in which no new substance is produced, and that can be reversed by reversing the condition. So physical changes, as we already discussed, the physical change in which no new substance is produced and that can be reversed. So first example is the So now next example is the dissolution of substance in a liquid. What is the meaning of dissolution? Dissolution means dissolving. Okay, which substances that can dissolve in water. Okay, so the substance that we are going to dissolve in water, we call that solute. What is a solute? Okay, substance that dissolve in any liquid, that is called solute. Okay, and second is the solvent, in which solute is dissolved. In which we dissolve the solute, that is called solvent. And third is the solution. The mix of solute and solvent. When solute dissolve in the solvent, that form together, that is called a solution. And in this we can get the solute back from the solution just by evaporating the solute. Okay, so that's why this is also a physical change. And that
Hey friends, today we're gonna perform an activity in which we'll learn that when a solid is dissolved in water, the level of the water does not change. So let's get started. In this activity, we will need a glass, some water and some sugar. First of all, take some water in a glass. Then mark its quantity with a marker. We have marked the quantity here, and now we'll add a spoonful of sugar. Now we have added the sugar and we can see the quantity of water has increased by adding the sugar. Now we'll dissolve the sugar in the water. Now we have stirred the sugar in the water with the help of a spoon, and now we can see the water has came down to its original level on the mark. And the conclusion is, on the dissolution of a solid, the volume of the liquid does not change. Thank you.
Topic is the chemical change. So as we discussed about the physical change, what is the chemical change? That is totally opposite. Okay, this new substance is formed, and second, it cannot be reversed. So here are some examples of that. Okay, first is the burning of wood or coal. When we burn any wood or coal, okay, piece of wood or coal, what happened? New substances like carbon and water vapor are formed, and when we cool that wood, okay, that carbon and water vapor cannot be changed, okay, into the wood or coal again. So that's why it's a irreversible change. So that's why it's a chemical change. Second is the cooking of food. When we make any food from vegetables, okay, the new product that is formed, that is totally different from the vegetables, and we cannot get the vegetables back from the vegetable curry, any other food item. So that's why this change is also irreversible, and that's why this is also chemical change. Third one is the curdling of milk. When milk is curdled, it from new substance is formed, that is called curd. And that curd we cannot change back into the milk, okay, and that's why this is also irreversible change, and that's why it's a chemical change, okay. And next is the boiling of egg. When we boil the egg, okay, it become hard from inside, okay, the liquid become hard from the inside, and that we cannot change back into the egg, okay, original form. So that's why this is also a chemical change. And next in last is the digestion. When food is digested inside our body, it is break down into small, okay, pieces, and the digested food cannot be reversed into the same form. So that's why, okay, it's the irreversible changes, because in this many new substances are formed. So I hope you all understand about all these examples.